Would everyone please rise and cordially invite His Holiness Sri Chinnajir Swamiji onto the stage.
मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दश मानो हि गुंसीज्जातवेदोगामश्वं पुरुषं जगत् अबिभ्रदग्न आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातया यञ्जाभिश्रीर्याचनो गृहे लक्ष्मी राष्ट्रस्य या मुखे तया मासगो सृजामसि। जय श्रीमन्नारायण। श्रियः कान्ताय कल्याण निधये निधयेऽर्थिनां श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम्। वो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, स्वामी जी महाराज की।
Jai Shriman Narayana. We have His Holiness among us. We've been eagerly waiting. We've seen a lot of presentations about all the services. Thanks to our two young MCs, Aniruddha and Aishwarya. They walked us through just a tip of the iceberg. 3-4 service activities among several thousands that are taken up by this organization. Like I said, it's not 1 year, 2 years. It's been over 31 years since all these services have been started. Not in one place or two places or two cities. It's all over India, not just all over India, but all over the world. You name it, Australia, Africa, Europe, North America, and you name any place. Our organizations started by His Holiness, VT Seva and Jet USA are there serving those in need. And it is only possible with our visionary, our CEO, His Holiness Sri 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 Chinnajir Swamiji. We welcome His Holiness to Chicago. It was a brief moment of few hours that we have him in this city. And we have seen all the presentations. Our program today, the Mahalakshmi meditation and the Statue of Equality, we request His Holiness to enlighten us about our project, the Statue of Equality, and enlighten us with the Mahalakshmi meditation. Jai Shriman Narayana.
Priya Bhagavad Bandhav, we are really privileged to be here this evening. We wanted to come very fast. And we left on time also from the place where we just started our journey in the evening. But a road is not under our control. Few things, go like that. We think something and something will happen. Dasharatha, the king, most of you must be knowing, the father of Rama, wanted to make Rama the king, and he fixed up the Muhurat also. So, unfortunately, he could not do it. The time he wanted to coronate Rama, he went to the forest. And he returned only after 14 years, but we made only just 2 hours late. Because when we started, the road was under construction, and it took a detour, went long, came to the same place. We realized, after 40 minutes, we realized we are at the same spot. But we were traveling all through. So it was taking, and again brought to the same spot. And of course, somehow our team who were just showing the path, Mr. Karunakar and Mr. Ravi, who were guiding us to bring here, because they showed some other path, and of course, just we are here. So we feel a bit embarrassed to be here, doing all this late. But still, when few things go beyond our hands, so there we have to obey to the instructions of God. Anyway, we are very happy seeing all of you on this wonderful evening. Our Mr. Raghuji is a very dynamic leader here in this community. Wanted to promote many activities. As he said, just so many activities Swamiji did all through these 30, 35 years. That also makes us feel embarrassed. Because we are sannyasis. You're seeing, right? We are just sannyasis with no pockets to us. So how can we make many activities? All that we can give the thought. You people make things. We take the name. You people take the effort. You people are the ones to be adored always for the wonderful activities that are happening. You know the vehicle? Car. It goes on the road. Effort is not of the car. Effort is of the wheels. Because wheels go very fast. But nobody says, oh, wheels are going very fast. Have you ever seen that? Anybody saying that wheels are moving very fast? Nobody says that. Everybody says, oh, car is wonderful car. Oh, wonderful. Credit goes to car. But effort is of the wheels. And something happened, tire flat. So how do we say that? The tire is flat. Nobody says car is stopped. The demerit goes to the wheels, whereas the merit goes to the car. We are car, you are all wheels. I'm sure that all of you are the responsible people for getting aware of many activities and supporting wonderful activities, conducting all the activities. But we are the car, we are the dome, and we get some credit. People say that, Swamiji is doing, but we know that it is not we who are doing, we know it's God who makes you instrumental in doing all the activities, and we are always thankful to God. And we are always grateful to the world of devotees, world of philanthropic people who are making many things to happen in this world. Whatever God blessed us to do is though an iota of the whole, but each drop makes the big ocean. And every little effort of us makes a sky change, a sea change. And we offer our blessings, Mangala Sasanams, to you all for making wonderful things to happen around the world. And we need some kind of inspiration from some person, right? And we need such a person who always stands for great causes without any selfish motive. Of course, those who stand like that always be targeted by people who do not want such things to happen in the world. Once, when we were in India and we were traveling there, it was night at about 11 o'clock, 11:30, we were traveling. A little boy from Bay Area, by name Mr. Anirudh, probably is a 7-year-old boy, made a call to us. And then we lifted the phone. Somebody gave us the phone, and then he asked, Swamiji, why good people always suffer? I said, what are you talking? He said, yes, Swami, why Martin Luther King was killed? I said, no, what do you want? What do you want to know? Then he asked, why, Swamiji, good people always face so many troubles? I said, look, my friend, you have seen a tree, right? Leaves are many, branches are many, but the fruit is very small. And you get the fruit. But to get that much of fruit, you need so many leaves to grow, so many branches to grow. Then only the fruit comes. Same thing in the world. There are many things which always obstruct the progression, the development. But people to take care of the development are less in number. But they make a lot of change in the outlook of people. And they change the face of the world with their wonderful activities. People are like that. And Martin Luther King also made such a change, a great change in the outlook of the people when he talked about equality between people of the world. You must be knowing about Mahatma Gandhi, who stood for peace, non-violence. He never wanted a weapon, and he never wanted a gun, he never wanted a sword. He wanted just peace. That became a very, very strong and powerful weapon to get independence to a big country like Bharata, India. And India got freedom from British and started breathing on her own. But what was the fate of that great Mahatma? He was shooted. That's the fate. No, things happen like that. There are good people, but there are some people who do not want such things to happen. And this is everywhere in the history you can see. My friends, people, man is man, of course, right? Today, last year, last decade, last millennium, last era, I think man is man, always. Two very essential qualities. One, possessiveness. Two, domination. Man wants to possess more and more. And when somebody wants to say, hey, that's not good, be able to share with people. Magrudha kasya svidhanam tena tyaktena bhunjidhaha. Now the Isavasya Upanishad very clearly mentioned, not now, probably millennia ago. Be happy with what's given to you, be contented. And don't try to grab the things of others. Don't be covetous. This is what's said in Vedas. But we see people like Hiranyaksha. Did you hear the name Hiranyaksha? Who wanted to possess everything. Do you know the story of King Mahabali? Not happy with what is given to him, and he wanted to grab everything from Indra and others, and that's how he became very powerful, and for whose sake God wanted to come. And then he again took back the kingdom and gave it to people who are supposed to be there. So man is always kind of possessive, and he wanted to dominate others. This is happening even in those days. The only difference is faces are changed. But man is man. Anywhere it is like that. But sometimes it is a bit aggressive. And during certain occasions, it goes a bit low. There was a time 1,000 years ago, not now, when this kind of political scenario was not at all there. No politicians were there to talk about, their own policies. 1,000 years before, there were many taboos in the society to make people segregated, separated. Compartmentalization was happening in those days. I think there were some people who are very possessive, never wanted that everybody should know about God. They never wanted everybody should chant the mantra of God. And they wanted some people to be untouchables. They kept them aloof from the society. There were people like that. It was in such critical days, a great person came onto this earth, and he was Ramanujacharya. 1017 AD, when Ramanujacharya born in this earth. Very great person, good-hearted, and very wise person, able to go through the scriptures, understand things without any reservations, without any partiality, and was able to understand them with good spirit. And where he found things in Bhagavad Gita like scriptures, God never said that you are mine and you are not. You must be understanding. If a mother has 3 children, one is good, nice health, and brilliant guy, able to study, think well, live on his own. And there was another boy, a bit passive. But there is third son who is pretty handicapped, not able to stand on his own, not able to think on his own, and not able to conduct anything on his own. On whom mother's care will be more? Is it on the first son? Is it on the second son? A bit. But her care will be more on third son because he is pretty handicapped. So she always thinks about that third son and takes the boy wherever there is a Swamiji and said, Swamiji, can you bless this baby? And she goes to the temples and do parikrama, thinking that God will bless this baby so that he can be by himself. A mother, when shows such a concern, and God, who has all these living creatures as his children, he must be thinking about people who are far away from the mainstream of the society. He said that Man may commit mistakes at times by some kind of forces or weaknesses, but it doesn't mean that he should be excommunicated from the society. In Bhagavad Gita, in the 9th chapter, God said, Apichet su duracharaha bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. Even one must have committed the worst sins, but if he realizes and wants to be in the mainstream, you have to accept him and you have to adore him with his good qualities. He practiced that. When that's the case, when he said that everybody equal to him, na me dveshyosti na priyaha samoham sarva bhuteshu. He did not say samoham sarva manaveshu. He said samoham sarva bhuteshu. Do you know what is bhuta? It's not bhut, pret, pisach. Bhuta is something that is existing. Anything that exists is called a bhuta. You are a bhuta, I am a bhuta too. Even this is a bhuta. But it doesn't require anything from us. But I require something, you require something from the world. Yes. The living organisms, he said, all are equal to me. When God said that everyone is equal to him, why should we create walls in between these people? This is what gave a thought to Ramanujacharya. And then he wanted to know the best of the mantras, easiest of the mantras, so that man can come out of his problems and can lead a peaceful, helpful, and fair life. Great teachers of the day said it is the great mantra, Astakshari, what people call as a Narayana Mahamantra. He wanted to get that mantra. There was a great scholar called Goshti Purna in a place called Tirukkotiyur. It's in the south, almost 200 miles away from a place called Srirangam. Ramanuja was a very learned person when he was young. He became big, he grew big, and he became a sannyasi, a monk. That means he is a highly evolved and mature person by this time. How he is brilliant, I'd like to tell you a small example. When Ramanuja was in school with his guru, and Guruji one day was explaining a mantra to the students. Ramanuja was one among the students. And he was explaining the mantra from Chandogya Upanishad. Chandogya is a part of Samaveda. So he was giving an explanation to the mantra to his students. He was talking about the beautiful eyes of God. And the mantra goes like this. Tasya yadha kapyasam pundarikam makshini. It is talking about a power of God, which is indweller of the planet Sun. And he is sitting in the lotus, and his eyes are so wide, and he's so beautiful. And his eyes are so beautiful, like a lotus, like a petal of a lotus. This is what the mantra says. Pundarikam eva makshini. But the Upanishad was not happy with the description, because just comparing the eyes of the Lord with a petal of a lotus, the Upanishad thought the lotus must be a bit qualified. Then only we can compare the eyes of the Lord with this petal. But how can I compare? Then the Upanishad has taken a simile to that lotus. Like kapyasam pundarikam evamakshini. The lotus that is compared to the eyes of Lord is like kapyasa. This is what the mantra says, kapyasa, kapi asa. I think all of you know well what is kapi. What is kapi? Monkey. You also know that. When you also know that, the scholar, the teacher who was teaching to Ramanujacharya must be knowing the meaning very well. So he said, yes, it is kapi. Asa is the back, the buttock. So kapyasa. Did you see a grown-up monkey ever? I don't know. But we saw such monkeys, in India we see many monkeys. It is very red in color. So Guruji said, you must have seen the back of monkey, right, in red color? Such red color is there in the lotus petal. Such a petal is compared with the eyes of the Lord. When Ramanujacharya also was listening to the meaning from Guru, he started shedding tears. And Guruji saw Ramanujan. Hey, why are you crying? What is the matter with you? Are you not happy with what I said? But it is the Guruji who is asking. We should not say that what you say is wrong, right? It doesn't look decent. But Ramanuja didn't open his mouth. But he did not deny also. Then Guruji said, oh, means what I said didn't sound good to you, it looks. That's okay. When you know something else, then only what I said may sound you wrong, right? If you know a better thing, then tell me. But saying something against the Guru's verdict, is it good? He thought, no. Then Guruji gave him an assurance. Don't worry. If you know a better thing, interpretation, come on, tell me. Why do you cry otherwise? Then, Master, if you don't mind, and if you permit me, it's not that I know, but if you permit me, I'd like to tell something. Go ahead. Then Ramanuja said, in Sanskrita language, ka means water. Pa is pana, pina, drinking, right? So ka pi is something that drinks the water. You're talking about a lotus, right? When you talk about a lotus, there are certain things which are related to the lotus drinking water. What are they? One is the sun, and two is the stack of the lotus. The stem beneath the lotus is also called kapi. Why should we say that now? The reason being, it is the stack which drinks the water. The more water the stack drinks, the more the lotus blossoms. The more lotus is blossomed, the more the petals become red, tender, fragrant, and smooth. Right? So, kapi is the stack which drank the water and became very stout, and kapi asa, a lotus that is standing on the stack of the lotus, that means it did not cut. If we cut it, it may wither after some time. If we do not cut it, it is so fresh. So, a fresh lotus is called kapi asa. That is pundarika, lotus. Kapyasam pundarikam evam akshini. That means the eyes are so fresh. The eyes are so tender. The eyes are so lovely, and that is a kind of eyes God always, possesses. Sounds good. Then Ramanuja, sir, there is another addition also. Tell me what it is. Then he said, sir, ka is water, right? Yes. And pi means that which drinks, right? Yes. So kapi means the one who drinks the water through his rays. Who is that one? Sun. So sun also is called as kapi. Then why should we talk about him now? We should say something, because lotus is a flower which blossoms when sun rises. By the raising sun's rays, when touch the lotus, it starts blossoming. When the sun sets, again it will be closed. That means when the lotus is blossoming, then the tenderness and the beauty is something different than when it's being closed. So, kapi is the sun who drinks the water through his rays. Asa means which is just opening up by his raising rays. So Kapyasa, Pundarika, and eyes are like that. No question of monkey, no question of back. Guruji found it's really meaningful. It's really worth saying. But my friends, then it created a kind of jealousy in Guruji's heart, because there are other students also. Ramanuja was good, Guruji was good, but there are people always around, right? Hey Guruji, Ramanuja is giving beautiful explanation, then what you did? Then what happens? Then heart burns to the Guru. If not once, if 2 people say, 3 people say, 4 people say, 5 people say, automatically it starts burning. So that's how Guruji developed a kind of jealous against Ramanuja. So that's the story. Let's not go to that. Ramanuja was such a brilliant one, knows exactly what it means. And such a person wanted to know the mantra, and he went to the Guru to get the mantra at the age of his 45. And Guruji conducted all the tests and said, okay, you are fine, but my friend, come after 3 months, then we will see. Ramanuja returned Srirangam. He was not going by vehicle. He was not going on horseback, because being a sannyasi, he is not permitted to go on any animal like elephants or horses or chariots. He was all along going by foot. He was just going on his foot. So he walked all the way to Tirukostur from Srirangam, 200 miles walking, and returned walking. Second time he went after 3 months. All tests were conducted, and Guruji said, it's okay. Come after 6 months, then we will see. If it is someone like us, if you know, tell me. If you do not know, tell me. Why unnecessarily you are bothering me? Come and go, come and go. Is it business? Do you think that I am free? No, we never cared such a Guru. But it was Ramanuja. Guruji made him go and come for 17 times. With no single word, Ramanuja was obeying, very sincerely. On 18th time, he took all the promises from him that I am not going to reveal to anybody and this and that like that. Then he revealed the mantra to him. But even before, when he was coming and going, there were people on the way. They used to come to Ramanuja and used to ask him, hey Acharya, when a great person like you is facing this kind of problem, What about common man like us? How we be saved from the jaws of this mundane ahankara, the ego of this world? What will be our fate then to get such a mantra? Ramanuja promised them, look, if by the grace of God, Guruji gives me mantra, I will give it to you. Don't worry. Ramanuja made a promise like that. But on 18th time, Guruji took a lot of promises from him and then gave the mantra, revealed the mantra to him. Ramanuja came out. There is a big temple. He went up the temple tower. Those who already took promise from him, all they were just waiting. He invited all of them and revealed the Narayana mantra to everybody. You know very well there will be always people to carry messages like this. No cell phone is needed to them. The message goes automatic. They passed on the message to the Guruji. Hey, you gave mantra to him. He opened it up to the world. Guruji was really upset. He came running to Ramanuja and said, hey, you crossed my word. Do you know what happens? You go to Raurava, the Narakas. Ramanuja was not upset. He did namaskara. Sir, what happens if one listens to this mantra? Guruji said, they come out of the sins. Then Ramanuja said, if the world is coming out of their miseries, and for that, if I go to hell, I am the first person to go. I am ready to go to that hell. Guruji was moved. Guruji was moved. Hey Ramanuja, are you ready to go to hell? Sir, it is the powerful mantra you are talking about. And people are suffering from so many problems. What is the purpose of, owning a lot of money in bank when you are not able to use it, for your food? Is there any meaning in that? You have millions and trillions of dollars in your bank lying and you are begging for alms. What is the meaning in it? So you say that the mantra is very valuable and more powerful, but people are suffering from so many problems in the world. And if we are not able to give that mantra to them and bring them out of their problems, what is the purpose of knowing that mantra, having such a mantra? Sir, let these people come out of their miseries. That's all what I want. Let me go to any place. I don't mind. Then Guruji said, how? Ramanuja, your heart is so big in which the whole world can be accommodated. We thought we are really wise, but not we. You are greater than us. He said in Tamil, because they used to speak in Tamil in that area, right? It was in Tamil Nadu. In those days, Tamil Nadu. He said, you are greater than us. M. Perum Anar. But the people around were amazed to see that. And they said, oh, Guruji said, M. Perum Anar. This is the name of Ramanuja, they said. As you know, we know Mahatma. Mahatma means the Gandhiji. We know that Gandhiji is his name, but when we say Mahatma, automatically you relate it to Mahatma Gandhiji, right? So also, when the Guruji said Emberumanar, and people started calling Ramanuja as Emberumanar out of reverence for his wide and generous heart. My friends, you need to understand something here. Ramanuja crossed the line made by his guru, right? Then you can think, we also can do that. Our Gurujis may say many things. So we all can just cross those lines and we can become then great. Right? But with Ramanuja that was not the case. When Ramanuja said and convinced, Guruji was so happy. And he said, hey Ramanuj, we need persons like you to the world to bring the sufferers out of the problems. We need leaders like you, and you have to make leaders like you. So I dedicate my son to you. I make him your disciple. We are probably not fit to teach these kind of generous things to our children because we are not in that mindset. You are like that. So come on, take my child, make him your disciple, teach him this truth to these children. My friends, Ramanuja later appointed 74 great acharyas to take the message, and one among them was his Guruji's son also. Ramanuja was not only just gave the mantra to the world, and he felt the equality among the human beings, and he said there are no untouchables as a matter of fact in this world. But that person becomes untouchable who knows everything but never reveals to others. What we call them as karma chandala. You know what you call him? Karma chandala. Those who born low are jati chandalas, right? But those who are fallen by their deeds and thoughts, they are karma chandalas. Our scriptures themselves declared that jati chandalat karma chandala. No, karma chandalat jati chandala uttama. That means who born as downtrodden, he is far better if he is a dedicated one, if he knows good, wants to do something good to the world, than a person maybe studied all the Vedas, a big scholar, but not able to take care of the world, not able to share good things with people. And what is the purpose of it? He's knowing all the scriptures. It's worthless. That's what Shastra declared. Ramanuja believed in this. 100% he believed in this. Because he believed this, he said, let everybody come to the temple. I take them to the temple. I don't know whether you know it or not. In those days, if somebody chants the mantra of the Lord, people used to say, fill up their ears with a melted lead. Did you ever hear this? Probably we do not know such days, right? But the days were very, very, painful days. No many people were taking mantras. Forget about others. No ladies. For ladies, no mantra was permitted at all. That was the time. But Ramanujacharya said, before God, everybody is equal. No question of upgrade and low grade. No question of Brahmin nor Harijan. Everybody is equally blessed with God, and everybody is a child of God. Everybody should be given mantra. Everybody should be permitted to see God, to get the grace of God, because they are parents, universal parents. Ramanujacharya took even Harijans. Today we are calling them as Harijans. You know, Mahatma Gandhi ji gave the name as Harijans, but in those days they used to be called as Chandalas. And he said, Come on, you are Tirukulatar. You born divine. I take you along with me to the temple. And then he took them into the temple and he made them to see Lord and get the grace. 1,000 years ago, not today. But Ramanuja never wanted Nobel Prize, a Nobel Peace Prize for that. My friends, Ramanuja stood for equality. Not only just standing for equality, people scholarly of the day also accepted Ramanuja as the Guru. People may do many things, but the society should accept it. Scholarly should accept it. Common man should accept it. That is what Ramanuja. Whatever he did, the scholarly accepted, common man accepted, and even the rulers also accepted Ramanuja's verdict is the final, which is called as Bhakti Sampradaya. Bhakti Sampradaya. What we see today as in the name of Bhakti Sampradaya, that is from Ramanujacharya, who said the world is true. Everything we see is true. Let's lead a true life, sharing the pains of others, sharing the good things with others, and let us think that all we are children of the same God. And we are in that way siblings. We are all children. We are brothers and sisters of that family. And Ramanujacharya followed it in true sense. Whatever he preached, little portions of that preaching is taken by great acharyas, and they elaborated that as different schools of thought, like Vallabhacharya and Ramananda Acharya, Nimbarkacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and even the present day, the Swami Narayan. All these believed in what Ramanuja said as the Bhakti Sampradaya. And Ramanujacharya was the founder of that bhakti, believing in God, surrendering to God, feeling equality among all the creatures. And my friends, if man really understands this law of equality before God, I'm sure the world becomes heaven. No wars will be there in the world on the name of anything, name of race or religion, caste or creed or whatever just you call. Ramanuja stood for that, and he was the founder of such a thought process. Do you think that such a thought process should be there in the world forever? How many of you? How many of you think that, yes, there must be equality prevail in the society among all the human beings, no matter to what race they belong and in what place they live? How many of you like it? We need to have some inspirer right in front of us to make us understand, and who lead us, who always, focusing the light on that and enlighten us with that fact. Isn't it? That is Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya born 1017 AD. And 2017 is his millennium year. I'm sure that you understand, if someone gives you a pen, a fruit, a book, what do you say? Why? Why? Gratitude. It's a mark of gratitude, right? Suppose someone gave you $1,000, what do you say? Many thanks. That's good. Imagine someone gave you $1 million. Just you flat. And say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Money goes and comes, and value of the money keeps changing. Do you know the Indian rupee and American dollar were one day equal 70 years ago? Do you know that? The value has been changed. And today it's 60 plus. Value of the money keeps moving up, down, up and down. There are certain things the value of which never recedes. Knowledge, jnana, atma, and paramatma. Do you think that the value of them ever decreases, ever changes? And if at all someone gives you the knowledge of those things, and someone makes you understand the law of equality among us, then what should you do to them? How should we reciprocate to such great souls, such great gurus? What should we say for them? Thank you, sir. Is it enough? We should celebrate something. But how? Even for this, our scripture said, Gurum prakasayet dhiman. Let the world know the glories of such great gurus. That's what you can do. Let the world talk about such gurus. Let the world adore such gurus and do something for that cause. That's what we have to do. How many of you think that is appropriate to do something for such great gurus? Not many? Looks not many people are interested in that. Or maybe doubting, is it okay? Is it all right? Or maybe not. It's fine. You are really generous. You're really great, you know. My friends, we feel like introducing something to you about such great guru, a project where we can pay our respects, by which the world starts thinking something of such great gurus. Are you interested in knowing something like that, please? Really? Come on then. We'll show you something, what we want for that guru. He is the great guru of equality. He stands an icon for preaching the law of equality. The first one who brings that law is the great person, right? After that, there are many people to follow that. I'm sure that you know this well. We are flying nowadays across the countries, right? But the first people who broke their bones, you know, fixing up their birds' wings, jumped from the mountain and then broke their bones, Wright brothers. They are the trendsetters. Because they broke, we are able to fly today. They are the great masters to show us the path. And Ramanuja was the one who showed the path of equality. And of course, there were many attempts on Ramanujacharya too. When he went to the temple to take Charanamrit, you know Charanamrit, right? Tirtha. When he wanted to take tirtha from the temple, then the priests of temple mixed up poison in tirtha and served it. They want to see that he will be finished. But fortunately, he was survived. He was a sannyasi. Sannyasi should take alms from 7 houses. You should go to a home, stand in front of the house, and should say, Bhavan Bhikshan Dadatu or Bhavate Bhikshan Dadatu. Stay there for 15 seconds. When you just milk the milk like this from the cow, that long you can stand. And if they give, that's okay. If they do not give, just keep moving. What's the rule? 7 places only you have to stand like that. If you get something, good. If you do not get something, still it is a good. When Ramanuja was going for bhiksha like that, the household mixed a poison in the food and served that to Ramanuja next. A bit, severe poison. Because in tirtha it did not work for him. So he mixed up, a bit stronger poison and gave it to him. But what happened was something miraculous. Because it was the lady of the homemaker who was giving the bhiksha. But while giving bhiksha, you should give with joy. Anything you give, you should give with joy, right? Not crying. But surprisingly, the lady who was giving the bhiksha, shedding tears and gave the bhiksha. And then did namaskara, touched the foot of Ramanuja, which is also a prohibited act. And Ramanuja thought she knows it well, but why did she do this? He got no clue. But when he kept the prasadam, the bhiksha, and they started thinking, why this happened today? Meanwhile, a crow came and touched the prasadam, the food, fell, died. A dog came from behind, took the food, fell dead. Then he realized, my God, this is what probably the lady was indicating to me. So my friends, this is what happened. Many attempts on such great people. On Ramanuja also, it was like that. So, great people, always face problems, but they are the torch bearers. They are the beacon lights for the world to understand good things, to get inspiration, and to make the place, earth, a livable one. Come on, let us try to explore the place of Ramanujacharya, how it is being created, so that the world can just see and enjoy something there. Ramanujacharya is called as Samata Murti, a statue of equality. This is what is being created in a place called Hyderabad. Do you know Hyderabad? How many of you know Hyderabad? Oh, many people. That's good. That's fine. This is going to come in Hyderabad, and it is in a place of 50 acres, and it's going to come like this. The statue of Ramanujacharya is a metallic one, because we want it to last for at least a few thousands of years to come. So we don't want to make it with cement and mortar. We want it to be made by metal, alloy, which will not be corroded by natural ups and downs, water, sun, wind, and things like that. And Ramanujacharya made 108 places as centers of his message. They are called 108 Divya Desas. So, all the 108 Divya Desas will be around Ramanujacharya, and Ramanujacharya's height will be 216 feet of height. Probably this is the biggest sitting statue in the world. Yes. And that's a metallic statue, and it is made with metal, but the rest of the area will be built with pure red sandy stone, because that also we want to last for long. And this is the entry point, because it is Ramanujacharya we're talking about. We don't want it to be seen like a modern structure as such, you know. You go to 1,000 years back and you explore the greatness of that Guru, and you also understand the message, what that Guru said to us. And in this, there will be a place where you will be having a glance of what you are going to explore inside. And it is a self-guided tour in that, where a headset will be given to you, and you can choose a language which you understand. If it is Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, Gujarati, Malayali, Kannada, Odisha, or Bengali, whatever the language you know, you can choose that language and you can keep the headset on, and wherever you go, the headset speaks with you with all the details of the particular project and that you receive here. And then you can safely put all your baggage except your money card. Rest of the things you can put them here safe, and then you can receive it when you are coming back from this end. They will be brought to this place. You can just show your identity, you can pick up your baggage again, and you can come out safely to the parking lot. And it is a beautiful architectural wonder. You see everything made of stone with wonderful staircase and elephant chariots and so on. There will be Ramanuja Padukas where you can have the grace, and then you can start discovering the inner beauties of 108 Divya Desas. And when you are walking across this place, you will be able to know the place name, the importance of the place, and what it is standing for. All the details will be explained to you by your headset itself. Because, you know, when you have some kind of guides, they may sometimes give you proper information, sometimes may not. And so that need not be here. You can wonderfully just go and enjoy the trip, the tour in the project. And there will be a grand staircase, and there will be elevators also to different levels. Those who are able to climb all together through the staircases, they can. But if they are not able to climb, there will be staircase to take you to the middle of the staircase, and still you can walk. And even for some people who are not able to do even that much, another staircase, another elevator will be there which takes them to the heights totally, and there they can just simply enjoy that. If Hyderabad, I think most of you must be knowing, it is the hottest place in summer and torrential rain during the rain season, and it's cold during the winter also. So you need not face any kind of disturbance, even it is rainy or sunny. There will be places where you can safely just climb without any disturbance of the nature. And that's how the staircase is provided. And beneath the Ramanuja's statue, there will be a nice pedestal in which there will be 150,000 square feet of area in which many exhibits talking about the inspiring incidents of Ramanuja's life will be there. And we are taking the suggestions of the Akshardham in Delhi. Do you know Akshardham? There is wonderful sadhu swamis who are, very friendly, and they also just sharing their technology, and the exhibits are created in a way what you call as the animatronics or virtual reality. That's how they'll be created there, talking about the incidents of Ramanuja's life. And that is just in brief about the project. And there are 74 acharyas appointed by Ramanujacharya to take the message of equality across the world. And the murtis of all of them will be there around. And again, your headset will be giving you all the details of those acharyas also. And this is in a 50 acres of area in Hyderabad, and around which, of course, again, there will be all kinds of facilities, like when guests come to stay there, and again to do some other activities, whatever are required. The facilities also will be created. There will be an Omnimax theater in which we can see the life story of Ramanujacharya. There will be a library in which minimum of 1,000 works talking about the law of equality will be kept available for the people to read, and they are available in transliterated form and also with the translations. So that is a big project again. Now many scholars are working with that project, and there are amphitheaters where people come, they can have some kind of demonstration, and it's a big project. I think any big project needs not one person's support. We don't want some one person should do the whole thing. Our Swamiji taught us a few things, like our Swamiji was conducting Ramakratus all through the country in India. He used to construct one Rama Stupa in those days, in 1960s. The cost of the Rama Stupa was about 1,000 rupees in those days. Someone comes and says, "Hey Swamiji, I give 10,000 rupees for this, construct it on my name." And Swamiji used to say, "That's okay, but we want 1,000 people should feel that this is ours, rather than one person feeling that this is mine." So Swamiji introduced a concept in those days, in 1960s, like bringing all the bricks, and he used to keep them there, write Sri Rama, and keep 1 rupee on that. That's enough. Let 1,000 people come. Then they say, "Oh, this Rama is ours." Otherwise, people say, "Oh, this is Phalanas." I think you know well, ये बिरला मंदिर है. लोग ऐसा नहीं कहते कि ये लक्ष्मी नारायण मंदिर है. लोग कहते हैं कि ये तो बिरला मंदिर है. No, we don't want the name should be like that. We want it for the people to feel that it is theirs. So we wanted people, those who are interested, those who like the law of equality, and those who think what Ramanuja did is right, and those who realize that we should also maintain the law of equality among at least human beings. Forget about other species. At least human beings. And we invite them all to join this wonderful project, and let us take part in this. With money, everything will not happen. I am sure you understand that. There may be a lot of money, but money only will not do everything. It is the man who is able to do something. So we need people. If you are having some computer knowledge, we invite your participation and give a piece of your knowledge to that project. And if you are an engineering person, give a piece of your engineering skill and see that the project will be, receiving that help from you. And if you are an artist, come on, let your artistic skill also take a little part in that gigantic project. Wherever and whatever you are, let your skill take a little place in that. That is what we expect from people. But my friends, don't think that we are here to just ask money from you. We expect you all to come, participate, and enjoy that event during 2017. 2017 is his millennium year. So in 17 it will be open. Not, of course, the whole project may not be completed, but a part will be definitely completed with the statue. And we want you all to take part in that wonderful event and just enjoy the bliss of those great acharyas. And still, if you want to do something, we most welcome you all in taking part in that by way of contributing something. And how much can you do that? The total cost of the project is, of course, something like 80 millions, 80. Okay? But what I suggested people, you live for your life anyway. All through our life, we live for us, for our family, for our friends and relatives. But let us try to live 1 month for such a great Guru. Will it be all right? Does it sound meaningful? This is something, a suggestion. It's not that you have to do that. It is something. Swamiji, can't we give more than this? You can. It's not that it is a seal for you. Interestingly, when we said this last year in Hyderabad, a little baby of 8-year-old just came with a cover to us saying, "Hey Swamiji, this is what my dad gives me. Pocket money for 1 month. 2,500. I said, that is worth. It is worth. Then this thought came to us. So, if God blesses, and if we think that our money also should become a part of such great project, we welcome you all to join and see that such a great thing will happen with something or like that. And you can go to Sri Ramanuja Sahasrabdi.org, where you can find all the details. And of course, our JET members here are Raghuji and others are always here to give you all kinds of information that you need. And we welcome you all. Having come now, we want to invite you all personally. We may come next year, I'm not sure. But now we want to just extend our warm welcome to you all and just offer our Mangala Sasanams to one and all for joining this wonderful evening and to enjoy something about Ramanuja's project. And of course, there are many other things also which will be there. but this is just a glimpse of what's going to come. And you will be having the brochures at the front desk, and you can receive them also there. So we offer Mangala Sasanams to you all for paying attention and also for encouraging us by your patience. Jai Shrimanarayan to you all.
Jai Shrimanarayana. Thank you, His Holiness Sri Swamiji. What a wonderful project. Don't we all believe in equality, justice? We always talk about it. Now is the time to take part, an active part in this, and tell the world that equality didn't start in America. Equality didn't start in Chicago. Equality, the message of equality that Vivekananda gave started 1,000 years ago. Vivekananda said, "I wish I had the heart of Ramanuja." That was what Vivekananda felt. Let us all become our great Guru Ramanuja, the founder, the founding father almost of equality. With that, we have a lot of our special guests, the VIPs, who came, who believe in this message, who have been serving the community. Would like to invite all to receive blessings from His Holiness. And we will request Sriman Rajaji and Sunilji to say a few words too. But to begin with, I would like to invite Sri Raja Krishnamurti onto the stage. Sriman Sunil Shah. Sunil Shah has been very known in the community. He has served a lot of occasions, a lot of organizations. And Sriman Raja Krishnamurti has been preaching about equality. Sriman Karunakar Madhavaram ji, who is the head of American Telugu Association, who is the past president. Sriman Nimish Jani, he who assists the BAPS charities and volunteered in Boy Scout Troop, 496 and civil organizations. Sri Bailal Patel ji, the founder, trustee and past president of FIA Chicago. Srimati Vandana Jingam ji, who is a community leader and TV Asia correspondent, would like to please invite you on the stage. We have a lot of special guests who have served the community immensely. And we would like to honor our invitees first, and then we will go to the, some of the folks are asking, what about Lakshmi meditation? So we'll go into that soon after honoring our special guests who have served, who have raised, almost put together, I calculated the funds raised by these organizations. There were $1 billion raised by all these organizations. And we thank you, Jet USA, VD Seva, thanks you for the partnership and the support that you all provided. With that, I will be inviting the special guests pretty soon. But before that, I request Sriman Rajaji to say a few words.
Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Jainindra. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here tonight. I want to first of all thank Swamiji for coming today all the way to be with us. I want to thank the Jain Temple for hosting this. I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to also recognize my own parents, my own heroes, for being here tonight. Thank you so much. I think that the topic of equality being delivered today is being delivered at the right place, at the right time, at the right opportunity. It's the right place, Swamiji, because this is the land of Abraham Lincoln. And in the land of Lincoln, as we all know, President Lincoln waged a war to liberate slaves on the basis of equality. This is the right time to talk about equality because, as we all know, throughout the world, many people are oppressed on the basis of their skin color, their gender, their place of national origin, whether they're children, and on various other characteristics that they cannot control. This is a very proper time to talk about this. And finally, this is the right opportunity to talk about equality. At this puja, we recognize, as Albert Einstein once said, that God sees us all equally wise and at times equally foolish. God recognizes us as equally wise when we do the right thing. And God sees us as equally foolish when we do the wrong thing. Tonight we have the opportunity to do the right thing. And that is to step up and help Swamiji with this project of erecting the Statue of Equality. Now, you saw all the videos in which the Swamiji has undertaken projects to provide education to the blind, education to the poor, to provide health care, to provide safe water, to provide affordable housing. He is to be greatly, greatly commended for this, and I hope you'll give him a round of applause. Now, why is this important, you ask? Why does he do this? It's very simple, and it's related to the principles that founded this very country that we live in, America. In this country, we believe that every man, woman, and child should have an equal opportunity to realize his or her God-given potential. Swamiji believes that every man, woman, and child, not only in this country, but in every country, should have that right. And that is only possible when they have access to safe water, free education, when they have access to affordable housing, when they have access to a job that can provide a livable wage that the whole family can enjoy. In that way, every little boy and little girl has a chance at economic upward mobility, the chance to realize their God-given potential. In this country, we call it the American dream. But under Swamiji's guidance, it's a world dream. It's a world dream. It's not just the American dream. So with that, I want to just say thank you to Swamiji for everything you do. And I think it's very appropriate that the name of his organization is JET. JET. Because I believe this project to erect the Statue of Equality is going to take flight. It's going to be very modern, and it will be accomplished very fast, just like a jet engine. So with that, I say thank you for everything you're doing, and thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sriman Raja. We have special invitees too. I will be inviting them onto the stage to receive blessings. We thank each one of you. Like I said, the amount of service you offer through various organizations, your time, your money, your effort is just priceless. Srimati Santosh Kumar, Executive Director, Metropolitan Asia Family Services. Sri Anil Deshpande, who has been a volunteer since VP of Seva International. Sri Haribhai Patel, President of Bharatiya Senior Citizens of Chicago. Srimati Sushma Bano, who is a founding member of Share a Smile Chicago, a non-profit organization. Srimati Poonam Gupta, or Poonam Krishnan, the founder CEO of IYKA or ICA Enterprises Inc. Sri Ram Prasad Saini, who is the president representing Rajasthani Parivar. We have our past founding members, Srimati Chitra Madhavan and Dr. Mani Akineni, who has been president of JET USA. Vidya Joshi, the representing member of Maharashtra Parivar. They all have extended support. And we have Sriman Jagan Bukkaraju, who is the president of TAGC. TAGC has extended support to all our programs. and we thank them for that. Sriman Srinivas Pedamalu, Venkat Peddada, Siva Eram Setti, Srini Bhattaram, and Sriman Tirumal Nellutla, who gives us valuable guidance and gets in touch with all the people serving the community. Srimati Vinita Gulbani, Nazneen Hashmi ji, and Sriman Krishna Bansal. You see, these are all the leaders who have been serving the community, and many of you know each one of them or a few of them. And Jet USA, they have been supporting Jet USA and VT Seva, all the volunteering services that we have been seeing. So with that, I request Sriman Karunakar Madhavaramji, the ATA president, past president, and who is coordinating a lot of service activities here, today say a quick few words.
Thank you, Raghu. Jai Sriman Narayana. His Holiness Sri Mani Chinadiyar Swamiji. I had an opportunity last December to visit his center at Hyderabad. That is GR Integrated Vedic Academy. It's a very, very impressive. You know, I strongly recommend everyone to visit that center. Early morning, to go for a Tirtha Goshti. It's a very peaceful there. And that's where this Statue of Liberty is going to come. That's very, very pleasant atmosphere. Whenever you go to the India, I strongly recommend to visit that center. And this is a mega project. And on behalf of ATA, and strongly support this. And let's take the part by supporting, whatever we can. We don't have to, donate, millions of dollars. But as Swamiji said, it's a matter of, what we can do. So we'll support, whatever we can, from the behalf of ATA, So thank you, Ravi, for giving me this opportunity, Raghu, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Sriman Karunakar Madhavaramji. You're a valuable support and a strong pillar for us. We thank you for ATA and your organization for the support. Sriman Sunil Shahji, who took our invitation and accepted us, we invite him to say a few words.
Thank you, Raghu. Jai Srimanarayana. Being a Jain and standing in Jain temple, feel truly blessed and privileged being here, and thank Jet USA and Raghu for giving me this opportunity to seek the blessings of Pujya Swamiji. It's a great noble project, and like in Gujarati we say, "Phul nahi to phul nahi pakdi." So whatever we can do to join Swamiji in this wonderful project, we can do our best. And today, I'm sure you all must have experienced the divine bliss and peace over here in the auspicious presence of Swamiji. And sure, let's work together and see whatever we can do best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sriman Sunilji. Sriman Nimishji wanted to say, being a great devotee and who has served BAPS organization, BAPS is also, like Swamiji mentioned, providing us guidance and some valuable experience. So, Sriman Nimishji.
Thank you very much. Well, Swamiji said a lot about Gita, so we'll just follow Gita. But before we say something about Gita, all I want to say one thing, that Guru Govind do khade kisko lagu paए, बलिहारी गुरुदेव आपकी गोविंद दियो बताए. तो गुरु जी जो स्वामी जी है, Guru ji is like a one and we all are zeros. So let's just add to that one and make ourselves more valuable. And after all, in 18th chapter, Arjun, after all these things, Arjun said, Karishye vachanam tava. So I would ask all of you to join Swamiji and just say Karishye vachanam tava, and man, karma, and vachan join with Swamiji.
Jai Srimanarayan. Thank you, Nimishji. All the wisdom he gained from the BAPS organization. We are serving. We thank all the community leaders. Everyone is behind the project. And we thank one special person, Srimati Vandana ji, who, in spite of being sick, said, I'm going to get in the car, drive here. I don't know how I'll get here. Swamiji will take me there. Vandanaji.
जय श्रीमनारायण। स्वामी जी, आपके चरणों में मेरा प्रणाम। रघु जी ने जब बात किया तो मैंने कहा कि गुरु जी के साथ हमारा बड़ा पुराना रिश्ता है। हमने ये यात्रा लेमॉन्ट से शुरू की थी, फिर हम मिशिगन में मिले जब वहाँ, और मुझे सबसे अच्छी बात जो लगी, जो गुरु जी ने संदेश दिया था कि हम मंदिर बनाते हैं। मंदिर एक वो स्थान है जो आज हम अपने लिए नहीं बना रहे हैं, हमारे आने वाली संस्थाओं के लिए है। और मैं सिर्फ आपसे हाथ जोड़ के एक विनती करती हूँ, जैसे अभी उसने कहा कि कुछ भी कर सके। स्वामी जी ने कहा सेवा तन से भी होती है, मन से भी होती है, धन से भी होती है, जिस रूप में आप जुड़ सके। और एक बात है, शिकागो से तो हैदराबाद की नॉन स्टॉप फ्लाइट है, विच टेक्स यू जस्ट इन लेस देन 15 आवर्स। अगर आप जाते हैं तो अपने समय के हिसाब से 4 दिन 5 दिन जितना भी निकाल सकते हैं ज़रूर जाइए, और जहाँ तन लगा होगा वहाँ आने वाली अगली पीढ़ियाँ आपको याद रखेंगी। विद दिस आई कंक्लूड। मेरा थोड़ा आज आवाज़ ठीक नहीं है, पर ईश्वर ने मुझे यहाँ लाने के काबिल समझा, और मैं आज सबका धन्यवाद करती हूँ कि जिनको बुलाया और वो जो आ सके। और आप सब अपने अपने कार्यों में बहुत माहिर हैं। ईश्वर से प्रार्थना है आपको अच्छी सुबुद्धि दे, शक्ति दे और अच्छी सेहत दे, ताकि आप सब इस नेक कार्य में लगे रहें। नाम
Jai Shriman Narayana. Thank you all. And we have a few pledges today. We have a few pledges today who have pledged their support for the Statue of Equality. Srimati Chitra Madhavan, who wanted to stay anonymous. She's so she's pledging 100K support. Shriman Harsha, he's pledged 50K of his salary support. Srimati Bindu, she is dedicating her entire salary of till the Ramanuja Sahasrabdi 2017. We have Sangeeta, she is dedicating her entire salary from the company till the Raman Sahasrabdi. And hopefully it'll continue after that too. Shriman Sangeeta.
Sangeeta is his boss. He's a lady boss.
Shriman Praveenji, who has pledged 50K support. Shriman Karunakar Chikoti, who has pledged 100K support. So we have quite a few people who have supported. Shriman Vasudevacharya from our JET core members, he has pledged 100K support for the Statue of Equality. There are 5 members within our members who are visiting from Minneapolis. They have each pledged 5K support, totaling around 25K. We have a lot of people are coming forward and supporting. No amount is big, no amount is small. Whatever we can, whether it's like a student who came and gave their kiddie bank of $10 and said, I want to be part of Statue of Equality. That's what matters. So let us all come forward and support it. And today we handed out sheets along with the packages when you walked in. You can pledge any amount that comes to mind. And we have an anonymous donor who is willing to match every single dollar up to 100K put together that you today pledge. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, special invitees. We invite you to the Statue of Equality. And we thank you again for joining and all the service you do for the community. Jai Shriman Narayana. Give a big round of applause to our senior members.
Jai Sriman Narayana. And before we start Mahalakshmi's dhyana, should we hear a small bhajan by our little kids who are here? Are you ready? First of all, let us listen their bhajan, and let us all do that bhajan next, and then we start it.
We'll start with Lakshmi Narayani Bhajan, followed by a Krishna Dhun.
Sare ma pa dha dha sa, sare ma pa dha dha sa, sare ma pa dha dha sa, bhajo re bhajo.
we now have a short Krishna Dhun. Some of you have the paper, and if you like to follow along, you please do so. I like to encourage children to do all the work. So Ria is going to be playing, which all of them know, but I have to choose one person. So she's going to be playing the keyboard for this one.
कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे 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 हमारी प्यारी राधे 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 हमारी प्यारी राधे कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे 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 बरसाने वाली राधे 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 बरसाने वाली राधे कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे 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 तू शाम से मिला दे राधे 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 तू शाम से मिला दे कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे 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 किरण लगा दे राधे 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 किरण लगा दे राधे 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 की राधे 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 की राधे 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 की राधे 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 की राधे 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 किरण लगा दे कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे 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 श्याम मिला दे राधे 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 श्याम मिला दे राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे राधे राधे प्यारी प्यारी राधे राधे प्यारी प्यारी राधे राधे बरसाने वाली राधे राधे बरसाने वाली राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे राधे 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 श्याम मिला दे राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे राधे 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 कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे
जय स्वामीनारायण.
So one of the artists from Minneapolis, she draws and she's an artist. She's decided to volunteer her services, and like Swamiji was saying and Vandanaji was mentioning, Tan Man Dhan. She's going to offer her expertise in artists, and she's going to draw the entire life history of Bhagavad Ramanuja, the message of equality in the form of art. And she's showing the artwork, and she wants to dedicate her life in service of the equality. So soon after this, we will do our program, the Mahalakshmi meditation. Once again, those of you who received the letters, you can fill it up. And there is, for the kids, there is some daycare facility downstairs. And there is Mahaprasad being served too. So we request all the teacher to, who just did the bhajan, to please come on stage. And Sharad Ji's brother's daughter, she's a few years old, 10 years old, and from her kiddie bank, she has accumulated $5,000 and she's donating it to Swamiji's Statue of Equality. Yeah, she's the one who is donating $5,000 from a kiddie bank. What proud parents. Thank you, Shreya. What a role model she is.
Shreya is a wonderful inspiration for all of us studying 6th grade. But very generous at heart. Little, but so big. In Tamil, there is a saying called Siru Ma Manisir. You understand what it means? Siru Ma Manisir. Small but big. They are small by size, by age, but big by heart. Little girl. And blessed are the parents who gave such wonderful samskara for that little baby Shreya. Let her grow well, let her grow healthy.
Srimati Meenuji, our supporter of Pragya, and the kids. She's and the kids have been waiting, so they want to have dinner. So please, we request for a quick bhajan, 2 minutes.
Gopala Radha Lola, Gopala Radha Lola, Murali Lola Nandalala, Murali Lola Nandalala, Hey Murali Lola Nandalala, Hey Murali Lola Nandalala, Keshava Madhava Janardana,
Keshava Madhava Janardana,
Vanamala Brindavana Bala,
Vanamala Vrindavana Bala,
Keshava Madhava Janardana,
Keshava Madhava Janardana,
Vanamala Brindavana Bala,
Vanamala Vrindavana Bala,
Murali Lola Nandalala,
Murali Lola Nandalala,
Hey Murali Lola Nandalala, Hey Murali Lola Nandalala. Thank you all for joining us. We actually prepared more bhajans, but it's okay. Thank you.
జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. बोल वृंदावन विहारी लाल की, बोल वृंदावन विहारी लाल की, श्रीनिवास भगवान की, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, मुकुंद जय जय मुरारी जय जय, मुकुंद जय जय मुरारी जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल 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 बोल वृंदावन विहारी लाल की
जय श्रीमन्नारायण। प्रिय भगवत बंधुओं, we are all interested in doing some kind of meditation, right? Not really meditation as such, but it is the gateway to meditation. Because to do meditation, we need some time, and we need an atmosphere where we will be able to focus upon something. But now, here, let us try to understand the way to begin the meditation. Are you ready for that? How many of you? That's right. So, we will be initially telling you how we can just get ourselves into that path. So, we will show you a few things, and of course, we'll explain to you also about those things as how we can just prepare ourselves for meditation. And later, whatever just you want to meditate upon, and however long just you want to meditate, that you can do it. This is an intro for meditation. Right? So before beginning that, let us start with a small bhajan. So far, children chanted nice bhajans, and of course we all enjoyed the bhajan, and we will also just chant a small bhajan. Ready? Okay? And we don't take much of your time for bothering you a lot, you know. We will be explaining to you about the introduction to the meditation probably within just 15-20 minutes. All right? Will it be all right? Should I take 1 hour? No, Swami. The less you say, the more thankful to you. That's okay. Come on, let us first of all start some bhajan together. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Sriman Narayana. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Jai Jai. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Sriman Narayana. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Sriman Narayana. जय श्रीमन्नारायण जय 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 श्रीमन्नारायण जय श्रीमन्नारायण जय श्रीमन्नारायण जय 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 God has given us two hands to make best use of them. We can feel free. When we want to do some kind of meditation-like activities, we should be just free. We should not hold anything tight in us. Just keep yourself free. Free from heart, free from our buddhi, and free from our body. Just be free. And just raise your hands and join them together. And just you can join feeling the ecstasy of the divine presence with us. Raise your hands. Those whose hands are working, I don't insist upon them, those whose hands are not under their control, okay? But we expect everybody's hand should be under their control only. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Sriman Narayana. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Jai Jai. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Sriman Narayana. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Jai Jai. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Sriman Narayana. Jai Sriman Narayana, Jai Jai Jai. 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 बोल लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, सब संतन की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय श्रीमन नारायण। बंधुओं, we do meditate upon something to have a focus. The purpose of doing any kind of meditation-like activity is not just to get moksha, because moksha comes on its own. You need not do anything for moksha. When he thinks fit, he gives moksha. Moksha never comes by your effort. It's not something what we demand and get from the market or from God. Moksha comes only by his wish. And there is no means how you can draw his attention. You can't do it. You do many things, you do thousands of things, still he may not care. But when he wants to show some compassion on you, nothing can stop. That is the reason our scriptures said very clearly, the compassion of God is causeless. His mercy is causeless. Swamiji, then why should we do meditation? Why should we do puja? Why should we chant mantra? When His mercy is causeless and our efforts are useless, why should we do all these kind of things? Why should we do charity? And why should we do any kind of activity? Better not to do anything. Right? Is it necessary then? Our activity is like putting a green signal. Any activity we do that is recommended by scriptures, as ordained by the Lord of this universe, if you are able to practice it properly, it's like turning on the green light. When you turn on the green light, do you think the vehicle comes? No. When you keep on the green light, vehicle won't come. But when vehicle comes on its own, green light allows the vehicle to move. But vehicle should come on its own. Whenever it is supposed to come, then it comes. But the green light, when you keep it on, then it permits the green light, the vehicle, to enter. But when you turn off the green light, then the vehicle which is coming on its own may stop over there. It may not enter the area where it has to. So green light permits the vehicle which is coming on its own to reach you. But no green light, even the vehicle coming on its own also may not reach you. It may stop someplace. It's rather equal to putting a red light. Friends, our activities, our surrenderance, our meditation, our dhyana, japa, puja, aradhana, charity, chantings, all these are like keeping the green light on always. This shows that your readiness to receive the grace of God coming on its own. But it should come on its own. But whenever it comes, then you are ready for that. God, I'm ready. And I'm not blocking your compassion. You need to show that. Why? Why should we show even that? God can do anything. God can do everything. Does He expect our readiness? Yes. Because we are beings with Ken, knowledge. We, the souls, we are Atmas. We are called as Atmas. What we see here is the body. But this body functions because there is something inside called Atma. Did you hear anything about it? Atma? Yes or no? There is something called Atma here in this object. You won't be able to see that. As long as it is present here and the body functions, when there won't be Atma, it falls. As long as the Atma is here, you identify this object as a man or a woman, old, young, child, man, animal, bird, tree, so on and so forth. But when that Atma is missing, no discrimination. You won't call it as a man or a woman or old or young. Only single name you give that is a corpse, a dead body, a cadaver. Now you are not calling this like this, you are calling it a man. It's a woman, something like that. That happens because there is a soul makes this functioning. We call that as Atma. That Atma functions through a mechanism called Buddhi, Manas, Indriyas, then the physical body. We are able to see only the physical body. But this physical body is functioning because there are some kind of indriyas, what we call them as sensory organs. And those sensory organs are able to function in a systematic way because there is a controller behind Manas. That Manas takes decisions because there is Buddhi. And the Buddhi becomes active when Atma sends its knowledge, Jnana. So Jnana is the channel that comes to the Buddhi, to the Manas, senses, then to the body. That's how just we are functioning now. We are able to see only the body. The inner mechanism we won't be able to see. We understand that mechanism because scriptures talk about that mechanism. Why should we know? Why should we know about it now? There is a reason. We are doing many activities through the body, right? Most of the times we do good activities, mostly. But we do some unwanted activities also. Do you say that I do 100% only good activities? Anybody? Can anybody raise their hand? I do 100% only good activities. Anybody? Among the audience or from the days? No one. No one can say that. Do you have an idea that whatever we do with this body is well recorded? Do you know that? Any thought, any sankalpa, any activity, any movement, whether it is physical, intellectual, mental, or physical, or spiritual, any moment is very much recorded in this powerful machine called body. Do you know that? Not only activity, but whatever we eat, whatever we see, also recorded. We have 5 sensory organs. I think you know them well. The one which gives us the vision, the one which gives us the sounds, knowledge of the sounds, the one allows us to taste things, and the one which permits us to feel the touches, and the one which allows us to see the fragrances, the odors. We call them as 5 sensory organs. Sensory organ is that which brings things from outside into the body. Do you know that? We have 5 sensory organs and 5 motor organs like legs, hands, and excretory systems, and also the speech. These are called motor organs. And these motor organs, they throw our energy out. You spoke for half an hour, you are tired. You did some work with your hand, you are tired. And you walked for a while, you are tired. And you released something, you are tired. These are what we call motor organs. Take out your energy. But sensory organs are they which brings records into you. I saw this, it's recorded in me. As you have the video, the person is standing there with a video camera. As long as he keeps his on, it keeps on recording the things in it. As long as he keeps it there. So also your eyes, as long as you are keeping this open, anything that you see in front of you is very much recorded and kept preserved in your body. Where? It's a different issue. Since your birth, whatever you saw is recorded through your eyes. Not only during this birth. These sensory organs are always with us, even before this body, even before that body, and even prior to that body also. So far we must have crossed through millions and trillions of bodies. Whatever we did with those bodies and whatever we experienced through the organs, all the records are well preserved with you now. Body is new to you. This body is new to us, but the sensory organs are yours. Manas is yours. Jnana is yours. They are permanent friends, permanent companions with you since long. So whenever the soul goes out of this body, the Atma quits the body, then it goes with those sensory organs and manas. This is what Bhagavad Gita says. Srotram chakshus parisanam cha rasanam ghranameva cha indriyani manascha. These are the 6 things, 5 sensory organs and 1 manas. Sariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramati ishvaraha gruhitva etani samyati vayurgandhani va asayat. As the wind blows, it brings the fragrance of the things that are in between. So also when the soul goes out of this body, takes those 5 sensory organs and the manas along with it, and that's how it keeps on just moving and getting a body wherever it's possible, whenever it is possible. It always travels with this as a capsulized body, Sukshma Sarira. We call it is Sukshma Sarira. Sukshma Sarira means 5 sensory organs, manas 6, plus the subtle particles of these 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. The subtle particles also will be with us, and these form a subtle body. We call it a Sukshma Sarira. With the Sukshma Sarira, we always travel. Even now also the Sukshma Sarira is here. And the Sukshma Sarira forms the gross body, Sthula Sarira. And whenever we go from this body, we take the Sukshma Sarira with us, right? And whatever we do through this body, all they are recorded very well. A few at the body level, a few at the senses level, a few at the manas level, and a few at the buddhi level. These are the places where whatever we do, see, eat, smell, touch, all these are well recorded and registered and preserved. It's like your license card. It's a very simple, small card, right? You carry with you always. But when it is kept in the machine, it gives all your past track. You know that card, right? You carry, all of you carry with you. Without that, you can't move in this country. Even when the police cop wanted you to, or he wishes you somewhere on the way, then he takes your card and then he keeps it in the machine. It gives the whole story of yours. Right from your birth. Where did you born? What you studied? In which school you studied? How many times you passed? How many times you failed? And how much you are doing things, here and there. Everything. After all, it's a small plastic card. It gives all the information. This is what you made. But the God made the card is what we call as subtle body, Sukshma Sarira, that is now with us. And this Sukshma Sarira carries the records of all the previous bodies, not only this. When you are in the womb, whatever mom did and whatever you are able to record, they also will be with you. In your previous birth, whatever you did also will be with you. That means now, with us, we are carrying the records of thousands and millions of births of records. All they are here with us. As long as their impact is on us, we won't be able to do things whatever we want now. Though you want to think very good thing, though you want to do wonderful activity, the moment you sit in the puja, dhyana, those records keep coming up and they start disturbing you. I'm sure as long as you are sitting here and you are watching, you are okay. The moment when I say, come on, close your eyes, then starts coming something in your mind like, where is my refrigerator? And I kept something in the refrigerator. Is it right there? And where is that person? And where is this item? Things that you do not expect will just cross through your mind and start disturbing you. And you feel like, bringing your manas back to what you wanted to do, but many a time you fail doing that. Because your manas never tells you before going out. You will be here only. You will be sitting here only. But your manas goes out. Going before going, it should come to you and say, hey boss, I want to go for some time. It never asks you. Simply goes and moves. And at the end, it never seeks your permission to come back. If you want to get into somebody's room, you first knock the door, may I come in, sir? You ask and then you come into the room. But your manas, while coming inside, it never seeks your permission, simply comes and sits. Then you realize that it has gone somewhere, and then you think, why did it go? When it came back, what is the purpose? No, in just yelling at it. That is your manas. Very naughty. Never cares us. Does everything in its own way. That is the manas. And that is here with us. Look, if you have a nice carpet and you are sitting on the carpet, But beneath the carpet, you filled the surface with very, unwanted stuff, because there was a big, pit. You want to fill it up, but you filled something, some dust from here and there, and you filled it, and you kept a nice carpet over that, and you are sitting. What happens then? The bad things which are under that, they keep on releasing their impact on you, and you will be totally overpowered with them, and the smell, everything will be there. It is like this. When you want to do something, say meditation or mantra, japa, then the things that are already recorded and kept with you, they keep on coming up. They keep on popping up, and they show their impact on you. Though you want your manas to be under control, but it keeps on running here and there and just go after them. Do you want that your manas should go like that? No? Yes. And how can you control the manas? We don't know the location of the manas, basically. To catch it and say, don't move. We don't know where it is located, right? So how can we control it? There is a process to control that. Not only manas should be controlled, but also the senses also to be controlled. The buddhi also to be controlled. As I said, there are levels: physical level, senses level, and manas level, and buddhi level, and jnana level comes then. There are different levels. And all these records are very much there. That's what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. Indriyani manaha buddhihi asya adhishthanam uchyate etaihi vimohayatyeshaha jnanam avritya dehinam. The samskaras, the karmic records, are occupying all these places, my Arjun, at the body level, at the indriyani, manaha, buddhihi. All these are the levels, The gross things will be at the body level. A little subtle things will be at the indriyas. Still subtler will be there in manas. Subtler than that will be at your buddhi. That means the more deeper you go, the more difficult to erase them. But the records are very much there. The dhyana, what we are showing you now, is to take care of those things, to erase them slowly. But there is a level, there is a process to erase them. It is not discovered by me, no, for sure. This is what our scriptures taught us. Our Agama scriptures, very clearly they said the way to do the dhyana every day before you go to the puja. You start the aradhana. Clean yourself. Of course, we do it by doing some kind of shower. We take snanam. We take bath. And while doing the bath, we apply some soap or shampoo, and then we try to clean the surface. But that's pretty superficial. Because whatever is there at the external level is very, very small thing. But more powerful things are deep rooted in us at indriyas level. And still stronger things are with the manas. And more stronger things are at the buddhi level. What I said is the subtle body. And we are going to show you, of course, in a very brief manner. I'm not going to bother you, with longer processes. But we give you all those things in a very nutshell, in a very brief way. You can start doing that every day back home, and you can feel how it gives you a kind of peace, relaxation. What you meditate upon is up to you. You know, you need to know, keep the container clean first. And whatever you take into that container is up to you. But if the container is clean, you can take water, you can take milk, you can take buttermilk, you can take yogurt, you can take ice cream, you can take a cup of coffee, or you can take chai, you can take anything. I don't want to go beyond that. Because I don't want you to take all other things. But for anything, you need the container must be capable of holding things. Clean. This is a container. Our indriyas also are containers. Manas also is a container. Buddhi also is a container. And you need to keep all those containers clean and pure. How can you do that? You can do that with your bhavana, with the power of your jnana. Jnanam is very powerful than the fire. You know that? Even fire is not that powerful, as jnana is more powerful. When I am looking at you, you understand that I am looking at you, right? How? That is jnana. What we call is jnana. So jnana is more powerful, and it is just like the laser beam. It works very strong. If you are able to use that jnana in an appropriate manner, you can achieve wonders. My friends, how can you use that jnana and clean the things? This is what we are going to show you in a brief manner. In 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, don't do things taking the whole responsibility on your shoulders, my Arjun, because you are already captivated with many things of this world. Keep me also with you. Take me into confidence and put the responsibility on my shoulders. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya. That's what he said. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya aste sukham vasi. If you put the whole responsibility on me and then start working, I am a capable guy. You believe in that, right? Huh? Is Krishna capable? Sure? That's it. When you want to take the steering and start driving, and sometimes you may fall asleep. But if you keep the responsibility on the hands of a very, very careful and powerful person's hands, then you can just sleep. Well, you need not bother, because the driver, the chauffeur, on whom you put the responsibility is really capable, and he did not receive even a single ticket from Uncle Sham ever in his life. And if such a chauffeur is available, I think you can rely upon him, right? And you can be free. You can enjoy the journey because he drives well and he knows all the rules and regulations, and that's all it is. Keep responsibility on him. Take him into confidence and he will handle the things. That is what we are going to do now. Come on, let's make a small journey. Your body, what you are having, is made of 5 elements. What we call them: earth, water, fire, air, and space, called Panchabhutas. Do you understand that? Panchabhutas. We want to understand basically the mechanism of our body. Then we can handle it, right? Without knowing the mechanism, how can you handle anything? That's why just we're trying to show you the mechanism of your body also. Of course, that's also not, we are going deep into that. Only just we try to show you at superficial level. Okay? Your body is made of all those 5 elements, but how? And all those 5 elements are well presented in your body also here, right now. But by doing snanam, you can do only the exterior cleaning, not inner things. That also we know well. But look how the body is formed now. The 5 bhutas, when they form your body, they are at different levels like this. First of all, it starts from here. The earth, this is called the earthly part of the body. And this is called the water part of the body. And this is called the fire part of the body. And this is the air part of the body. And this is the space part of the body. This is how the body is formed. Prithvi, up, tejo, vayu, akasha. Our body is formed with all these things, my friends. And when you want to clean them, you need to, first of all, probably it's a kind of feeling. It is what I said is bhavana. Bhavana is very, very powerful. Now, we start our dhyana with this, like there is wind at the heart, because lungs are the place for air, right? So we start, the wind starts blowing, which helps the fire to grow. Place of the fire is the stomach. Jataragni is here with us. So we make the wind starting here, and the fire starts blowing, and then it spreads all through the body. And slowly the whole body, whatever we have, will be burnt. You are not burning. But you feel with your bhavana that the whole body is burnt. Why should we do this? I'll tell you. If there is something written on a piece of paper which you don't want to stay, if you cut it to pieces and throw, still people can collect all those pieces, match them, and still can find out what is written on the piece of paper, right? Yes. If you do not want it to exist at all, then what should you do? You burn it. You have to burn it. Then whatever is recorded on the piece of paper will totally eliminate it. It turns to ashes, and no one can recover that. Whatever activity we did is called karma. And the record that remained with you after that activity is done is called karmic records. And in Sanskrit we call it as karma bija. How do you call it? Karma bija, seed of karma. As long as that seed is there, you may not nurture it with water, but sometimes when the nature takes care of the seed and then it starts germinating. We don't want those karmas to germinate in us. Then what should we do? Seeds are there, but we don't want them to be germinated. How can you do it? Add fire. Add fire. Fire is such a powerful thing, it stops the life. It never allows the seed to grow at all. But don't put under the sun. You understand? If you keep it under the sun and bake it, and the germination process becomes fast. But if you add a little fire, then the germination stops in total. There won't be life at all in the seed. The seed totally goes. Do you know that? You can check in your home. Take few seeds, keep them under sun, and then put in the ground. It germinates very fast. Take another seed and keep it on a little fire, not much fire. On the fire, very little fire. But the touch of the fire stops the life. No life will be there. And you put it, and then you add fertilizer, you add anything, it never ever grows. Fire is such an element. That is the reason we add fire to these karmic seeds, karma bijas, which are in us with our bhavana, with our sankalpa. And we take the air, first of all, in our heart, and then see that the fire starts from the stomach, and then it grows slowly, and the whole body is burnt with that. Do you know the iron making process? Iron making process? How many of you know that? They make from iron ore, right? Do you know how do they make it? First of all, they melt the iron ore, and then they add water, forceful water, and then some unwanted stuff from it goes out, floats out. Again they burn it, and again they add water, and when they add water, the unwanted elements will be washed out, and the core will be remaining there, and that's how they make it more core. The more they do it, it turns from iron to steel. Even you can do that. Even you can burn it more, melt it, and again add water. When you add the forceful water, and then it washes out few things from it, the core will remain there. That is with iron, and you have to do that here also. You burnt the whole body, and see the water is poured from the Lord's foot. Let us feel that. Because when you do meditation, you keep someone in front of you. Probably, if it is a Lakshmi meditation, you keep a Mahalakshmi there in front of you. And if you meditate upon God, you keep God in front of you. In whatever manner you feel like, you can keep it. Or suppose you meditate upon some person, you keep the person in front of you, the photograph of the person, and you feel the presence of that ex-person. I'm not particular whether you are meditating upon Vishnu, Mahalakshmi, or Jesus, or Allah, or whatever it is. Understand? When you meditate upon something, and you need to have a kind of purification process initially, for which you need, probably this is more powerful when you do with Mahavishnu. Because from the feet of Vishnu, there comes the Ganga, the Ganges, pure water. So the body is burnt in total. You can do bhavana like this. And when it is totally burnt, and then the water flow, and the whole thing is washed out. Did you ever burn a matchstick? Did you burn ever? And when you light it up and hold for a while, did you ever check what happens? Now you can see that. When you burn it and hold for a while, then it burns. Initially, the edge of it, where the phosphorus is kept, it will be burnt. It turns to black. Then the stick catches the fire and it burns. That is where you need to focus. When the stick burns and slowly it turns to red, into gold color, and the more you keep it on the fire, and again the gold color also slowly becomes small. You won't see any ashes. You won't see any ashes. Usually when you light it up and then throw it out, then the black coal will be there. And if you still burn, the ashes will be there. But when you hold it after even burning and keep it on the fire, you won't see any ashes falling, nor you see the coal also. It keeps on and on burning and becomes small and smaller. And of course your hand should not burn. No? But what you can check is, the more you keep it on the fire, the more the elements in that will disappear one after the other. You won't be able to see anything remains from that. That means it reaches a subtler form from where it is generated. That's how you have to make your body also. To totally, it should get disappeared, so that whatever the records on the body also should disappear. We don't want them to be with us. We want ourselves to be more clean and pure. Look like this. You can do the bhavana like this. Then the body burnt, and then the water started purifying the body, and in the process, the whole thing totally got burnt and cleaned. Just can you go a little bit back? When you burnt the body like that, I said this is gross body, right? And there is a subtle body inside. And that subtle body is the one which maintains your aura. As much your body is, that much aura you have always with you, around you, like this. Whenever you sit or stand, and if your body occupies this much of place, in spite of your gross body burned to ashes and gone, but you will be here somewhere, right? And then your aura will be remaining like this. What is called Jnana Sarira. We call it as Jnana Sarira. That remains. This remains with all the samskaras. Only few samskaras will go which are recorded on the body. That's all. But whichever are recorded with jnana are still there. They won't go. But how to eliminate even them? For which you need to feel like God has a divine discus in his hand. What you call it? Sudarsana Chakra. That is more powerful, right? Feel that the Sudarsana Chakra is started making your body to clean. But before the chakra starts handling you, you should first of all see that the whole things slowly go and absorb one into the other. How? It is like this. As I explained to you, in your body, this is earthly part, this is water part, this is fire part, and this is air part, and this is space part. You understand? Am I making you confused? Is it clear to you? We have 5 sensory organs. Whatever we did also recorded in them, but that is at a deeper level. Do you remember that, what I said? Each organ works on some part of the body with some bhuta. Like your Prithvi, the earth, gives you smell. Wherever there is a kind of smell, that comes only from the earth. And what is the sensory organ in you that recognizes the smell? Nose. That is the reason earth is related to the nose. You understand? Earth is related to the nose. And there is water. Water is having the taste. What is the element that recognizes the taste? Is the tongue. And fire gives you the color. What is the sense that recognizes the color? Eye. And it is the air that makes you feel the sense, the touch. What is the organ in you that understands the touch? Skin. All through the skin. And space allows you to produce sounds and recognize sounds. And what is the organ in you to recognize the sounds? Is the ear. This is how our body and senses are related. You know, sky, ear, air, skin, and fire, our eye, water is our tongue, earth is our nose. This is how the body is interconnected with the bhutas and the senses and the superficial body. But as I said, you need to totally eliminate this first of all when you want to focus upon something. To eliminate this, you have to see that it is totally burnt and removed. I gave you the example of a matchstick because the more you burn, the more it starts disappearing. When you go back home, take a matchstick, hold it with a forceps, and then see that there will be a fire, and you keep it on that and check. No ashes will be remaining there. You won't see even the coal. It totally disappears. And where did it go? It goes somewhere. That's a different thing, but it goes in total. That's how you have to make your body. But as I said, there is an intertwined all these things. That's how you have to understand, and each one merges into the other. Like when the earth, you don't want the earth, it should go into the water and should merge. Water should merge, probably should be disappeared with the fire. It gets evaporated. It goes into this, into the air. That goes into the space. That's how they disappear. Look over here. The earth first goes and merges into hair origin. It goes into this, and earth into the water, water into the fire, fire into the air, air into the space. Same way, the organs also will go and merge one into the other, and then the gross body has gone. Only the jnana sarira remained with the samskara that we have. This you have to do with your bhavana. Understand? Is it clear up to this part? You are not really causing any pain to your body by fire. Remember, nothing will happen to you. You are peacefully sitting in your puja mandir and don't worry about it. But all that your bhavana works, which is very, very powerful than the physical body, now you start handling the inner body also. So far you handled the exterior body. Only for the physical gross body you handled. But now you should handle the inner body. That happens with see that it is also is cleaned, and the cleaning process done like this. Feel that the chakram is cleaning you in total, but not just once, and again it goes up. Feel it, that the whole inner body is getting cleaned by the power of his divine chakra, Sudarshana. And you make it 3 times. It comes from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. And slowly, this jnana sarira, what you have with karmic records, also will be slowly now disappears. That means that also will go away in slow process. And then the one who you are, probably the soul, is the one that starts. It should start its journey. Because as long as we are sticking on to this body, we'll be again connected to this world only. So we want even the inner manas also should be cleaned. First we clean the external body by fire. Then the inner senses, by absorbing one into the other. The recreation process also will be in the same way, my friends. You have to see the whole body will be totally gone and again recreated. But the recreation, if you just reverse it, no, it's recreated. You got it? Not just losing is enough. Again, you have to regain it, right? So that you can start working with it. So, but if you reverse the whole process, again, it comes as a new body to you, as a fresh body to you, so that you can start using it. Now you are cleaning the inner part, that is what we call the manas and buddhi. So with the chakra, we cleaned the jnana part, the manas and also the buddhi. We cleaned both of them by the movement of the chakra through this body. And then we are there, the soul. Few things are also recorded with us because we are carrying all those records with us, right? They also should be cleaned. We want those containers also to be cleaned, for which we start feeling like this, because we have to first of all quit this to get a new body. As long as you have your old vehicle with you, old car, you never purchase a new one. Something should happen, like you should meet with an accident and then see the whole thing is crashed, then immediately you get a new car. You purchase a new car. Otherwise, you keep on just doing some kind of repair to the gate, to the mirror, to the steering, to other parts. You start on just keeping on just repairing this and that. But when something happens, you just simply throw it out and get a fresh car, a new car. To your body also, but you should not cause any damage to the physical body you are in. Don't do that, for God's sake. But with sankalpa, you have to totally eliminate that, and you should get a fresh body. This is the way we do it. And see, the soul starts its journey. and slowly it comes out. The God's grace come in the form of a ray, and that takes us through it. Feel that you started your journey. And all the other parts of the external body, whatever just you have, are totally eliminated now. But the purification of the soul is very, very important, right? That's what we start now. The soul starts its journey. And slowly it goes and goes and goes through the moon and the sun. As you must be knowing, moon is the one which nourishes our body. Sun is the one which nourishes our jnana. So we should cross through those two planets. The moment we cross through them, they clean us in total. You know how powerful sun is, right? And the moment you cross through, and the fire that he has in him cleans even the jnana that we have. So we should go through. This is also a bhavana which you need to do. So the soul slowly goes. It is the inner power, God, who is with us. He's with us all. God is within us all. Believe in this. God is with you now. But because we are pretty egotistic, there is ego in us that I, the feel of I, is very, very powerful. I think you understand this. You like your name. You like your fame. Once I heard that everybody likes his name. So the moment you purchase a book, you first write your name on that. You want to say, Arey, who knows your name? But you want to write your name first on that. And then you feel very happy. Right? When doctors give you anesthesia, they put you in sleep, right? But do you know how they wake you up? They don't let you, just wake on your own. If your name is Mr. Ram, and when the time is up, then they say, Mr. Ram? Then you get up, it's me. Name is very powerful. That's what we call ego. We are very much with our ego. That is the reason why we are sticking on to these bodies. And we have to clean that level also. Very, very strongest records will be recorded there, will be preserved, with the soul also. They should also be cleaned, for which we start the journey of the soul, and slowly it goes through the process of what we call the Uttarayana and Dakshinayana. It crosses that level. And then it slowly goes up, and then moves, and it reaches the sun also. And then it enters the arena of sun. And then it goes through that, crosses the level of month, crosses the level of what you call the year, and which is made because of the sun. And then it slowly goes through the wind, and then it reaches the sun also and crosses through the sun. The Vedas say, Surya Mandalam Bhitva. I'm sure that you understand sun is not a planet as your earth is. It is a planet with gases like helium and hydrogen, right? And they will be constantly rotating, boiling. So it's a planet of fire. So the moment you go through that planet, then the whole thing, whichever is there, will totally be cleaned. So you go through the sun, and then you come from the other end of the sun. You come out of it. As your earth has some moons with it, so also the sun, also having some other planets around him, and you cross through even them, and you come out of them. There are some other places like that. They are called Varuna. One is called Vidyut. Vidyut is electricity. Electricity is still powerful than the fire. So the soul goes through that also, by which another purification process. Each one is a process of purification to the soul. Because soul is very, very powerful. Do you understand? Soul is really powerful. And the ahankara, the ego that soul possesses, don't think that it goes easily. We can eliminate that easily. It's very difficult. Yes, not hard disk. There are other parts than the hard disks, in the computer. So it's very difficult. So we have to allow the soul to pass through the Vidyuloka. It's called Vidyuloka. And it goes through. And then a purification process is observed. And then it goes through the aerial waters. They are called Varuna Loka. And it goes through that. And again it is washed. In total, 15th chapter and 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Agnihi jyotihi ahaha suklaha shanmasa uttarayanam, like that. And of course, in our Prajna classes, most of our kids chant these things every day, like Archir Dinapurva Paksha Shadudang Masabdavatam Sumat Glau Vidyudvarunendra Dhatru Mahitaha Simanta Sindhvaplutaha. So the soul slowly goes through them, each one of the places, and when there is a place called Viraja, where the impact of Rajoguna will not be there. The impact of Tamoguna will not be there. It's only Sattva, pure Sattva, what we call a Suddha Sattva. And the soul goes through that. It will be received by the divine beings there. And it crosses through all those places. And how long does it go? I don't ask. But it crosses through all those things. So what we call is a Viraja, is the border. And imagine that you are crossing even the Viraja. And then there is a divine place which is called as the glorious abode of God, Sri Vaikuntha. Till now, whatever the subtle body you have is with you. Understand? The subtle body which you got from the beginning of your lives, not known when, and trillions and jillions of bodies you got, this subtle body is with you, which is made of subtle elements of all the five bhutas. But now, when you touch the Viraja, and that subtle body should be eliminated, it should be thrown out. That is what's happening now. So you imagine the subtle body which you came with and is releasing you, because it is made of five elements. You know what I explained to you earlier? The earth, water, fire, air, and ether, they go and they join their origins. Because they have to be somewhere, right? So the Panchabhutatmaka Prakriti, the nature which is made of elements, and they go and again they join their origins. Now you are free from all those connections of these five bhutas. You are pretty pure now. But this purity should remain. That means you need to have a kind of strength. Though other things come to you, you won't be caught up by them. See, sometimes when we deal with the electricity wires, then if you go and touch the electrical wire, it will be giving you a shock, right? But when you hold a gloves and then touch the electrical wire, then nothing happens to you. So, you also should quit the exterior body and also the inner body, what you call the subtle body, in total, eliminate that, and then gain a kind of strength with the knowledge. Then even they come on to you, you won't be caught up with the evil impacts of these Panchabhutas. Anyway, ultimately you are going to live with these Panchabhutas only, right? Even you go in this travel, in your sankalpa, in your bhavana, you are not going to give up this body, right? And you don't want that also to happen anyway. So you have to deal with it, but then it should not show its evil impact on you. That strong you should become. That is what now you add to you. Like you cross through the Viraja. The moment you reach the other end of it, then it's called Amanava. It has been picturized only for you. Don't think that it will be like that. There is a pure soul which is just like God. And the one is called as Amanava. They are not Manavas, they are Amanavas. And that power comes to you and touches you. The moment you are touched with it, you also become like Amanava. You also become like God. But you are not God. Remember, you are not God. Soul cannot play God. But soul can become equal to God. That's what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. Mama sadharmyamagataha sargepi nopajayante pralaye navyadhanti cha mama sadharmyamagataha. Sadharmyam means they are also becoming equal to me in terms of enjoyment, purity, power, knowledge. But we never interfere with his activities like creation of this universe and recycling of the universe and supporting the universe. These are extraordinary activities of God. Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya. That is only his headache. Why should we unnecessarily involve? Why should we poke our nose into those things, which are very critical things, right? We are already doing those many things here with this world. And we are facing so many problems. Why should we, after going there also, after reaching that state also, why should we, just put our toes into those shoes? We need not. Let's enjoy the divinity with us always. And after going there, being touched with that great soul, and we become divine. Then you can come back. Then you can come back. And then you can think of God, whomever now you want. As you dissolved your body, thus you create your body. And then invite the form of the deity whom you want. If it is Lakshmi, yes, you can invite Lakshmi into you. And if it's Narayana, invite Narayana into your heart. And then start meditating, chanting his divine name. That's all. Jai Srimanarayan. You start practicing this and check for a while. And then inform us your experiences. Share with us. Jai Srimanarayana.
Yeah. Jai Srimanarayana. We thank His Holiness for the wonderful meditation session. He has given us the keys to unlock the power of knowledge. It's with us to use those keys properly. Jai Srimanarayana. We thank one and all. There is Mahaprasad downstairs. Please take some with you. We thank the MCs for the day, Aniruddha and Aishwarya. We invite you to take blessings of His Holiness. You guys did a wonderful job. Thank you. Please give a big hand. We thank all the volunteers who worked in different areas. Food, stage decoration, registration, parking, you name it, and getting ready for the program. We thank each one of you who spent all the time and spared the day to learn great things from His Holiness and the divine knowledge. Jai Srimanarayana. As we were talking of the pledges, we received quite a few. Those who are interested can still do it at the registration counter. Right now, they're asking, we received a lot of questions if Swamiji is going to stay here and if there's Tirtha Goshti tomorrow. The current plan is Swamiji will be heading to Indiana in a little while. Plan is to have a quick volunteers get together before Swamiji leaves and take blessings. Jai Srimanarayan.